Today, we're having one of the young South Sudanese beautiful girl around, and we'll be talking about the life of the young girls today. Adeng Deng,
Yes, Starlight.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Adeng, tell me more about yourself.
I'm a student at the University of Juba. I'm pursuing a degree in applied industrial science. Yeah, the Department of Microbiology. I'm in my third year. I also, do a couple of other things. Life in Juba is not easy, so sometimes you have to hustle as a girl child.
So you have to have different things that you're doing at the same time.
Definitely, totally. If you want to survive, that is the way.
Oh. Adeng, as a young educated girl, how do you feel as one of our generation?
Well, the truth is, our generation is a bit difficult because if you compare it to the times of our mothers, things were a bit different. Like there is so much exposure that we have these days compared to those days. Even the women, the educated women of those days, they had a different experience from the ones we have currently. You see, our generation is very complicated and it has a lot of issues, no? And with the girl child, there's a lot of distractions even with those, especially with girls at the university. Yeah, this is a fact.
Tell us. We would love to hear about it.
Well, you see, with the being at the university, these days the economic is very difficult, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes certain people like to use advantage of this to put young girls in an awkward situation. You find sometimes, especially to us, the girls at the university, this is very common, as sometimes you get approaches from men, not because they want anything genuine with you, but just, because they know you need the support and they need something from you. And most young ladies fall into this because they don't have another way of supporting themselves. And you find sometimes they end up in situations, really bad situations that they never intended to be in. And some of them actually do put themselves in that situation. They feel like this is a way out. If a rich man comes and approaches me now, why would I refuse him?
There's no need.
There's no need to refuse him because you are seeing a way out and the easier way for things to go for you.
And things to work out for you.
But sometimes this, it's not always great because there are a lot of distractions and a lot of things that come with that. I've seen people lose focus of school because of the life they're living. You find you're with someone who thinks he can see you anytime. In the nights, they expect you to be there because they're already doing enough for you, no?
And you will not say no.
Exactly, you can't say no. You find this person might be paying your hostel, might be paying for your hostel,
your school
feeding
fee,
you, exactly. So you find sometimes it's difficult, especially for girls who don't have support from home. By the way, not all girls are being paid for tuition. I know most people assume that because you are a girl, family is supporting you. But there are girls at the university that are paying their own fees.
Coming to that, I've witnessed very many of them, whereby a girl is the one educating herself. And on this process, many girls will lose their ways, definitely. Only few that manage to graduate, and few that manage to even maintain their behaviors and still carry themselves well in the community. Like you said earlier, the generation of our mothers was kind of beautiful, amazing. Even if they were educated one, still there was a way that they still do their own thing. Coming to girls of today, or let's say our generation of today, the life has been quite hard for the South Sudanese young girls and boys. You find majority of them, most of them are not in school, or maybe even if they are finished, they do not have a job. And this might be maybe some of the reasons that are leading them. The life itself is giving so much pressure, so much depression. When you're a graduate and you're not doing anything, how would you feel like? Maybe your family need your support. And you yourself, you need your support. And at the end of the day, you do not have anybody but yourself. Still, do we have to judge them for what they are doing?
You see, the thing with one thing, by the way, people should know is that getting a degree doesn't guarantee you a job. No, sometimes people think going to the university is the only way that's going to get you a job, or it guarantees that you're going to be employed in the future. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you might graduate and you don't find employment opportunities anywhere. The people who have been home with their degrees for long, and when we talk of the girl child, it's worse on our side. Because, like I said, there are people everywhere who want to take advantage of you. Sometimes I've seen a couple of girls go for employment opportunities, and someone is like, say that you sleep with me. If you want the job,
you sleep with me.
Yeah, exactly. So you find some girls choose to just, you know what, no point even bothering trying to look for a job because they know the kind of harassment they are going to face. Yeah, there are boys who are at home, you know, without employment. But I'm not saying it's easy on them. That I feel like, you know, sometimes, you know, you ever come across an instant where someone is like, if you're broke as a girl, that's on you. There's so many ways as a girl you can get money.
And live life.
Exactly. there are these things that people say sometimes, and they don't realize that these things have an impact psychologically on what they do to these people. Because somewhere you're seeing your age mates living the kind of life that you can't even get.
You can't afford.
Exactly, you can't afford, and you're just wondering what are you doing wrong that other girls are getting and you're not. And sometimes the moment,
and it is traumatizing,
it's very
you know,
traumatizing, very much. Sometimes when you get to, you know, to get to that point of trying to make ends meet, and then you come across such people with such bad behavior, you find someone thinks you should sleep with them to get you employment. It's just, it becomes very difficult. And by the way, that whole how do we call it, employment and you know, people wanting to use you, there is a thing, by the way, guys do so commonly these days, especially to us girls at the university. Someone will just wake up one day, Starlight, and tells you, you know what, Starlight, I think how do we call it, I have an employment opportunity.
They just come with
exactly,
come up
just
with
their
it
own
without
suggestion.
you asking.
You did not ask. This person will tell you, you know what, there is an employment opportunity here. Is it okay with you? Are you okay with such a job? And then when you tell them, yeah, I'm okay, they'll be like, okay, you know what, just get your CV ready. I'll pick it up from you. Now in your head, you're thinking, this is a kind person. This is someone who wishes you well in life, right?
And they want you to...
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, after some time, the person will, you find this guy is calling you now at midnight. Like, why are you calling me at 10 o'clock?
Wanting to see them.
Exactly. Let me see you. You're calling me at 8 p.m. I want to see you. Why? And then at some point you become in a conflicting situation where you feel like if you don't go see this person, you might lose the opportunity. And you're also
which you might lose anyway. Either you do what they want or you don't.
That is it.
And they do not mean to.
Sometimes you feel like you're in a tight situation. You're in a dilemma. You don't know. Should I go meet him? If I don't, he will think I'm being rude and might not get me the employment, because you know you need the support. You need to be independent to help yourself with a lot of things. But then you find this goes on. Someone tells you, whenever you try to maybe react to this guy and be like, it's inappropriate that you call me at this time, guys. Like, I'm not, you know, there's so many manipulative guys out there, by the way. Someone will be like, I'm not trying to be harmful. I'm just trying to be your friend, you know, and I wish you all the best in life. It's why I'm trying to find you a job. And you find every time you try to speak out something like to try and show them this behavior is inappropriate, they start talking about the job. It's like, by the way, about that job I was trying to get you. And you're like, okay, what is going?
You
they
didn't
switch
act
conversation.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They switch conversation. And the moment they realize that they cannot get to sleep with you, they just go mute on you. Just like that.
There's no job. There's no anything.
No job, no nothing. And the worst case scenario is when, how do we call it? When you actually give this man what he wants. And at the end of the day,
they
no
leave.
Job. Exactly. They still leave you with no job.
Oh, yo. That's a bad thing.
Very, very.
Times wait for nobody. And then also they say God timing is the best. And then there's also another say, don't rush. You will crash. And then people are living in a dilemma, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to rush things, they also say that risk. So that, because if you don't risk, you might not get what you want. So as a good girl, you'll be like, I think I should wait for the God timing.
For God's
or maybe
timing.
as a good boy.
Exactly.
And then on the other side, You'd be like, no,
I can't.
time is going. Let
Yeah.
me rest. So which one are we supposed to live for, like a young generation?
I think at this point it's very important that how do we call it? You're comfortable with what you're doing, because sometimes it can be pressure from friends. You may find your friends are doing well, but
Yeah.
the method through which they're getting that life that they're living is not something you can deal with.
Uh-huh.
You find there are things that sometimes you're uncomfortable with, things you really cannot be okay with. And I think it's very important to learn that everyone has their own time. If your friend is doing well today, your time will come tomorrow.
You
It's
just
not,
have to be
you just
patient.
have to be patient. And if you have tried one way, it hasn't worked, try another way. No. You can't always stick to one way of only doing things. And there is always, by the way, so many ways of achieving something in life. And how do we call it? One of those ways is not sleeping with someone. It is not.
It's waiting for what God has meant for you
Yeah,
and
or
working hard for it.
exactly. Or sometimes persistent. You know, if you're someone who doesn't give up, I know sometimes people, how do we call it? Sometimes you can get discouraged. But if you're someone who doesn't give up, then you'll definitely get. I know sometimes you may try employment somewhere and you get rejected. Try elsewhere. Keep trying, no matter how
Don't
much.
give up.
Yeah, one day you may find you get lucky. Or even sometimes one day that place will be like, this girl has been here over and over. You know what? Let me give this person a chance.
So another thing, I think, as a young South Sudanese lady, I've seen that we're running away from ourselves. Maybe our parents, our brothers, or maybe our boyfriends, or whatever. So husbands, whatever the case might be in your own situation, you might find that a girl is maybe dating two guys, or maybe a guy is dating two girls, because right now we have a generation of sugar mommy and and you know, sugar daddy, and our mates, you know. So you might find yourself you having this rich guy and this guy that has not yet made it in life. Coming to making a decision, and maybe this guy, you might be with each other for a long, you know, for decades. You may not know. So making a decision, you abandon the one that does not have anything. You go for the one that has something. What is the guarantee that this person might change your life, or this person might give you whatever you want without working for it? Or maybe you work for yourself and encourage the other person that is also still on the same stage with you to work together and build yourself together. Be like Obama and Michelle, you know? So, and the rest of the other couples that we know. I do not blame girls. Thinking back in your head, you might be live with this person. And then at the end of the day,
They
later,
betray you.
they switch and go and marry another one.
Very
You'll
true.
be like, what the fuck? Am I making a right decision, or should I go for this one? So, you know, then a girl be like, no, let me go for the rich guy.
You know what, Starlet? There is a saying that you rather be crying in Paris than than smiling somewhere in a hut in the village. So I think with such things, it's just like it's always a personal choice. It's always a personal choice. But our generation, honestly, I wonder, our generation is messed up. We have no loyalty. We have the whole thing of we are so afraid of disappointment that we even destroy good relationships.
What do you think that we should do as young South Sudanese ladies and women, and also even the young generation? I think the best thing we should do is work hard for ourselves. Do not look at somebody's things as yours forever. Okay, God might be sending you a destiny help us, but that does not mean that that is yours. Work for yours. And also, if there's anyone that needs your support that you think you can give, you can give. So at some point, I feel like I should work for myself. As a lady, you should have your own. Even if you get a rich man, or even if you get that man that you're going to spend a future with, you should first start with you. And starting with you need time. For you to go to school, for you to graduate, for you, you know, everything is a process. It is not straight to the top. You know, like you say, this is a persistent. So, according to your own experience as a young lady, what message can you give to the other young, beautiful ladies outside there? We're not judging anyone because life is so full of,
Yeah.
you know, of very many things whereby we just need to be careful and choose the right way or maybe the right path.
There are two things I always say. One, life is like a question paper, and we all have a different question paper. I cannot be doing a biology paper and you're doing math and I'm copying from you. It doesn't make sense. So sometimes before you look at someone else's life and you be like, I wish I was like that person, or you want to be like that person, that is like you're copying a different subject. Yes, from what
and
you
the
have.
different answers.
Very different. This one is doing biology, you're doing math. It's different. You
Thing
cannot, that person
completely.
cannot help you. So sometimes you have to just be comfortable with who you are and trust the process that things will work out one way or the other. Someone at your age might have made it. Someone else at your age it has not yet even joined school. Someone else at your age has graduated.
So
Someone
you
is
should
at the
find a way
university.
to
It's
encourage
just,
yourself and move on.
exactly. You have to always be, be the first to tell yourself that I'll get to where I need to be. You have to be patient with yourself and know that there is no rush. I have seen where people feel pressured. Sometimes you feel like, all my age mates are married. That is not a reason for you to go into marriage. People go into marriage when they are ready. Your age mates might have been ready, but you're not. You can't do things because other people your age are doing them. No. You do something because that is what is right by you, and that's the right thing for you to do at that particular moment.
Coming to say that, back in the days, our mothers used to get married at 16, 14, 15. Now, here, at this generation, you click 30, you click 29, you click 27. You're the sugar mommy of the town. You are the all, and then you find our brothers and husband and whatever, they're going back to the villages to marry the teenage one.
You see the whole concept of men leaving educated women to go to the village. Like sometimes I don't get it because how do we call it? Men don't like to be challenged. This is one thing. They love authority. It's the truth. Men love to be on top and women below them. So the moment you're that woman whom they see you're at the same intellectual level with them, they feel threatened. Men are so insecure. This is the truth. Men are naturally insecure. And the moment a man feels like I cannot compete with someone who's exactly like me, same reasoning capacity, maybe even you're more successful and educated than him, for him he goes to someone who will obey him. They like
the one that they think
exactly the one that is they feel like is beneath them. Someone they will tell do east, you do east without a question. Do west, they love to be above.
I feel like you're right somewhere there. I feel like you're right somewhere there.
It is the truth. Yeah. And I feel that is, I think, why most of the time, like, men are so afraid of educated women. Not because we're difficult. No, it's because they're afraid of being challenged. They really don't like to be challenged.